First of all, congratulations on the All-Star.
Thank you.
How did it feel when the fans recognized that on the Jumbotron?
I'm grateful we could celebrate that moment. We've been grinding it out all season, trying to figure out, how we could get the best out of each other and just continue to support each other. And I've felt that not only from my teammates, but my coaches and the fans. So I'm grateful. I don't take, that reward or that accomplishment for granted. This is a best league in the world. So when you're top 24, top 25, and in this case, it feels good.
Gaffer goes down like that, Kyrie, what does that do to the team overall from a mental standpoint?
In the moment it's deflating just because we've had just so many injuries this year, unfortunately. And, when we see one of our teammates going down and he's staying down a little bit longer than usual, it's a little bit more serious. So just praying for him, man, just like I've been praying for all my guys. So emotionally, again, I've gone on record just saying we're just human, So when we see one of our brothers go down, we're definitely going to feel it. But that next man up mentality comes into play, and it's not something we want to relate to each other, but it's just a reality. So, just got to accept it and move forward. And when he's healthy enough to be out there and play, just like other guys that are on the IR, right now, we'll welcome them back with open arms. But we just got to be ready to play small ball, sort of say, and be feisty down there and consistently hold each other accountable. We're going to need that even more so in a lot of communication, too.
Just a couple of days ago, keep saying next man up when you lose PJ and AD the last game of the game.
See how difficult it is? It's fairly difficult, but at the same time, this is what we signed up for when we were kids. So I don't have time to complain up here, man.
A couple of days ago now, but what did you think of AD in his Mavs debut, and then just kind of the disappointment of seeing how dominant he can be, but then knowing that he can't be out there for whatever it's going to be now?
Yeah, I think if we could take a positive from it, seeing other teams adjust and try the same thing against us is pretty cool. It's crazy to be on the other side of it. When they played Valanciunas. The example I'm making is they played Valanciunas as bonus tonight, and then Houston the other night were trying to mirror us in a certain type of way to match our physicality and defensive prowess down there. But it felt good, man. AD played so well. He had a supreme debut. I'm really proud of him. He, really stepped into that role with no fear. And he knew what type of emotional environment it was going to be. I was still unsure of how the reception was going to be. I knew that our fans were going to welcome him, but you just never know. But to come out on the first play of the game and we throw a lob to Gaff, I think that was the glimpse that we needed to see and the fans needed to see just for some peace of mind that, when we do get healthy, when we're out there and able to play consecutive games together consistently, then we're going to be a force to be reckoned with, but we just got to get whole. And I think a lot of teams are saying the same thing around the league. Just if we get whole, then we feel like we got a great chance. But right now, we just got to put our maturity hats on and be ready to play as hard as we can.
You mentioned not being sure about the fan feedback out there on the floor. I don't know. Do you see fans getting ejected today?
No, I didn't see that. What was going on?
Holding up Fire Nico signs and.
Oh, okay.
Like the official reasoning yet, but that sort of a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about the reaction from fans and kind of the vibe at the arena since the trade went down.
Yeah, I think it's graduated from just like hate to anger to it's the cycle of emotions. Just the hate, the anger, the grieving, and then the passion. You gotta give credit to Dallas fans. They've really cheered not only for Luka but for the Mavericks for 40 some odd years, and this is their community team. So it's just like I felt the way when the New Jersey Nets moved to Brooklyn, and I don't know, I'm not comparing it, but it's just like I felt a way when I was a kid. Even when J Kidd was on the Nets and he got traded, I was mad at J Kidd for a while as a young fan. You know what I mean? Like it's just part of human nature in this journey in the NBA business and the NBA lifestyle, and also just the connectivity engagement we have with the fans. They're young fans, they're older fans who've been cheering for everybody. So you just got to give everybody grace. And, to see the emotions come out like that over basketball, it just shows you that basketball is not just a game to certain people. It's a spiritual experience. It's connector piece, you know, and they watch their favorite players and they want to see them forever. So I err on the side of just understanding where people are coming from, and I didn't see everybody getting ejected or certain fans getting ejected, but I think it's just part of the process, man, of what we're all dealing with as not only players but fans in Dallas, man. But we got to move forward and put our best foot forward.
Off that, it's been a season full of injuries, adversity. Just as a leader, I just would love to get your take. What's been your message to the team throughout all this, just this whole season?
I mean, for me, I've just erred on the side of letting guys know that this is, not unusual for teams in our league, and we have such a pressure on us right now to win now, and I think that's settling in as well. And when we started off the season, we're all preaching championship. It's still the same echo, but when you have a big change, it's going to take adjustment period. And with all the injuries, that's an adjustment period. And you just got to take it one day at a time, man. It's the toughest thing to do, but mentally, this is what separates the good from the great, and you just got to be able to deal with it in stride, man. Have fun at the same time, because basketball can consume you. It is a very obsessive-like sport for us as players. If you're not obsessing over your craft or what you love to do for a living, I really don't know how to connect all that way. You know what I mean? I'm so passionate about it, and I know my teammates feel the same way, and my coaching staff. So we just got to stay together, man, and enjoy this ride, no matter what happens.
Trade going down with Luka, I just wanted to see in general if you've had a chance to talk to him since it went down, and if you have, how do you feel like his mindset is adjusting to life in LA now?
Yeah, we've texted back and forth. I've let him know that, regardless of how this NBA business shakes out, this is always bigger than that. And just, we're loyal to each other's families now, man. We had a lot of sacred conversations that went beyond the court and just helping each other as men. And, I set my mission I set my mission early on when I got traded here of just what I wanted to accomplish with him. And I felt like we got that going. And, unfortunately, it was cut short. But, we'll see each other pretty soon. Hopefully I can catch up with him during All-Star break.
Hey, what did you see on that play when DeRozan kind of slipped through two defenders on the baseline to score the game winner?
That's DeMar. He made an incredible play. I thought we did an incredible job defensively of trapping him. He just did it. He plays it in great poise, and that's a hard shot, too. He made a really good play. I've seen that since high school, really.
How big of a factor was it when you guys lost Gafford there in the second quarter?
Oh, it's huge. Sucks. Our front line is banged up right now, and we got to do everything in our power to hold it down while they get healthy, because they're such a huge part of our team. Like, we're not obviously the same without our front line, who I think is one of the best in the NBA. So it sucks that Daniel went down. He's such a huge part of what we do, and we're going to be there to support him and do the best we can to win these last two games before a much-needed break.
On your three-pointer, was that the design play coming out of the timeout?
It was an option, and felt good when I left my hand, and it sucks that we didn't walk away with the win. Can't even celebrate it, but that's the life we chose, and I'll be ready to knock it down next time, too.
Didn't get a chance to talk to you after Saturday, but 18 blocks, a franchise record in literally game one with, AD in a center. Is that just kind of a glimpse of like what this team can be defensively when you guys are whole?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was exciting to have PJ, Gaff, and AD back there, and then D Live's coming back in the mix. It's like basketball's going back to how I grew up watching it, where Anthony's a traditional power forward and he can play his natural position, and it's so cool to see that. And we just gotta win these last two and take this break to get healthy mentally and physically, and I completely believe in what we're doing, especially after that showcase that AD put on.
You mentioned mentally healthy. There's obviously been a lot going on around here, a lot going on with the fans. How much do you guys notice the fans kind of feel that, people getting kicked out and those sort of things?
You can acknowledge it and understand their frustration, because Luka was that great and he was homebred here, so when you feel like you grow up with someone, it hurts to lose them, especially, you know, to a team in your conference. But I signed here, and so did everyone else who had the opportunity to, for a reason, and that's because we believe in the opportunity ahead of us, and that's the ability to win. And it's not our job to get deflated because people are upset. Our job is to try and convince them that there's really great days ahead, not just for this year, but for the next few years. I really believe that we can do something incredibly special.
Did you notice it, or was it just?
No, not really. I mean, people are going to say stuff, and that's understandable. I was a fan. I'm still a fan. If I didn't agree with the trade, I'll probably voice my opinion too. That's the beauty of sports. You know, you go there to yell and be rambunctious sometimes, so it doesn't really bother any of us, to be honest.
You ever get kicked out as a fan?
I never got kicked out as a fan. I've had family members who've been close. Grandpa Jerry, rest his soul. He would get in. He had a very short fuse, but I never got kicked out. No, I had better decorum than that. I would never get personal either. You know, I understand that it's when you do what we do or any arena, it's never personal. It's sports. There's always gonna be a winner and a loser.
You guys lost AD and PJ on Saturday, and then Gaff tonight. Do you ever sit over there and say, why us?
Sometimes, but I've been in this business a long time, and I understand that you got to control what you can control. And at the end of the day, you want to peak at the right time, and you want to be healthy at the right time, because the NBA season is really the war of attrition, and whoever goes into the postseason with the best health and the least fatigued usually has the best shot to make it to June. So we miss them so much out there, but their health is priority number one, and we have a deep team, so we'll hold it down until they come back.
Klay, obviously a difficult loss, but with Kyrie making the All-Star team, just want to get your thoughts on him. I think he was snubbed when he didn't make it initially, so what are your
I
thoughts?
agree, and Kyrie's one of the best players of my generation, no question. I mean, the accolades, the resume is ridiculous. You know, NBA champ, Olympic champ, FIBA champ, and FIBA MVP. I mean, #1 pick. What he's been doing this long and at this level is incredible, and I'm just very proud of him because he's such a hard worker. You don't become a 9-time All-Star by accident. That's elite company. So he inspires me and everyone else in this building because he's one of the most talented players I've ever seen.
What else did you know about Max Christie when he got with you guys and then kind of what you thought? I
Thought that was Doug Christie's son for like years, but I clarified that with him, and they're not related. But
So you didn't know a whole lot.
same measurables, you know, 6'6" off guard. So, I mean, I've been incredibly impressed with Max. What a great addition. I mean, I've had great success with Michigan State guys in my career, and he's just another one. They come in, they know how to defend, they are team players, and he has such a bright future in this league.
You knew he could shoot like that?
I did not, but he has a beautiful jump shot, great arc on the ball, backspin, and you can't leave him open. He's been a pleasant surprise, and I'm excited to share the floor with him for the rest of the season.
Klay, I just wanted to get your thoughts on Anthony Davis's overall performance on Saturday.
Ty was in awe, just like you guys. Are you kidding me? 24 and 14 in the first half. And what he was doing defensively, especially matched up with Sengun, who's a up-and-coming all-star. He showed he's the best power forward in the NBA when he's available and locked in. AD is so good, and I'm just so excited to be his teammate.
So is there anything that you learned about him playing alongside him? Is there anything that he did that made life easier for you out there?
Yeah. I mean, your ability to be able to guard the ball and the confidence doing that just increases so much, because to have him by the rim and Gaff and PJ and D Live, it's really exciting for what's to come.
Appreciate it.
No problem.